Welcome everyone to another episode of Advanced Trading Strategies, and the advanced trading strategy we're going to look at today is called pair trading. So pairs trading is something that a few of you might be familiar with. So it's effectively going long one crypto and going short another. And the reason that we're doing this is that when you combine the different charts of cryptos together, it might actually be easier for a lot of people to actually be charting this. So I know, for example, particularly in crypto and a lot in stocks as well, people like to trade generally with the trend, right? And that's most easily done when we have the trend going up and to the right. If we just look at a basic Bitcoin chart, trading this part here is probably the easiest money you're ever going to make. So from like 2020 to 2021, we had a strong uptrend, and if you're going long at any point during there, it's easy to make money. And so what we're doing here with pair trading, we're pairing two different cryptos up together. So this is the ETH chart versus the Avalanche chart. So what you'd be doing here is going long ETH and then short Avalanche, and that way you can actually take advantage of the upwards momentum of Ethereum against Avalanche. So you could just go independently short Avalanche if you wanted to. However, I think for a lot of people, going naked short is actually something that's quite tough, and particularly when it comes to charting as well. You see lots of different support and resistance lines, and that might throw you off a bit. So if you do ETH/USD / Avalanche USDT here, when you're adding symbols, then that will come up with the ETH Avalanche chart here for you. I mean, I've done this for Ethereum Arbitrum, Ethereum SWI, Ethereum Doge, that sort of thing. And this kind of makes sense, particularly when we're in a bear market, when there isn't much money to be made going long anything in particular. So how it works, let's just say you have $1,000. You would do a $500 ETH long and then a $500 Avalanche short if you wanted to take advantage of this. So for example, say you're a breakout trader, let's just say like this was the day that you wanted to enter, you'd have this as a line of resistance, and then if we went through that, you would go long here, and these are the gains that you would make in the following days. Now, when it comes to P&L, you don't want to use this measuring stick here, as it won't really give you an accurate representation of how much money you're actually making. If I just go to the slide that I've prepared here, I can show you an example P&L. So this will be our first scenario here. So we've got $1,000 to start off with, and we want to go long ETH and short SWI. We think that SWI is going to take a massive hit because no one's really using it. But we don't want a naked short SWI because we're not super confident on that, and we like the way that the ETH SWI chart looks for right now. So in this scenario, Ethereum moves up 5% and then SWI moves down 10%. So our $500 ETH long turns into a $525 ETH long, and our $500 SWI short turns into $550. So our initial deposit of $1,000 now turns into $1,075, which represents a 7.5% gain. Now we'll have another scenario here, so the opposite happens. ETH moves down 5% and SWI moves up 10%. So your ETH long is now $475 and your SWI short is now $450. And that leaves you with $925 in your position value, and so that's a 7.5% loss. Now I'll throw in a third scenario here. There are 4 different ways that this can go, but it would just be the opposite of what we're seeing here. So ETH moves down 5%, so you're losing money on your ETH long, and then SWI moves down 10%, so you're making money on your SWI short. So in this scenario, your $500 ETH long turns into $475 and your SWI short makes you $50. And then your final balance is only up $25, so that's a 2.5% gain. So when calculating your P&L, you want to take the value of your long and the value of your short, add them together, and then compare it to your initial balance, and then there you can easily work out the gain that you have achieved. So to execute this trade and just give you an idea of what it actually looks like, I've gone to Rabbit X, and let's just say we're doing an ETH long SWI short because we like the look of the ETH SWI chart. And we'll throw 100 ETH long here. So we press buy, confirm buy, and I quite like Rabbit X. It's quick compared to a lot of the other exchanges out there. Obviously, we just see the trade just popped up, and the fees that you actually pay are quite cheap as well. If we go to SWI, we'll throw in $100 short. We'll confirm sell. That's one. There we go. That was quite quick. And so we have an ETH SWI position here. And then when you want to get out of the trade, you can just press close position here and the market close. So right now, I'm losing money if I close this, but it's okay. This is just for purposes of the video. And so one last thing to go over here, I just want to talk about some of the risks present when taking this trade, is that it can move violently against you. If you're shorting something like SWI, for example, that can have a massive rally. And as you can see here, it rallied quite strongly, whereas Ethereum didn't rally as hard, and so you might have lost money on that trade if you were still in it at that point. So if you're shorting the lower market cap coins, they can rally against you quite violently, so be aware of that. And so you probably won't want to use any sort of high amounts of leverage. If you're going anywhere above, like say 2x leverage to execute this trade, then you're asking for trouble. Now, your best candidates are the tokens that have like massive unlocks coming up, or ones that are just not worth much at all.